Marquette City Fire Department teaches kids about fire safety, and NMU students avoid midterm stress by playing with therapy pets.
Ross Ray will have your latest forecast, and Grant will be back with sports. Hi, I'm Jillian Wormlinger.
And I'm Grant Lukens, and this is Public Eye News. It's National Fire Prevention Week, and the Marquette City Fire Department is teaching kids about fire safety. Fire-related deaths are up 11% from last year, and during the winter months, more houses go up in flames. The increased fire risk in wintertime is due to more people using heating to keep warm in the cold months. The fire department says smoke alarm batteries should be charged every 6 months. Smoke alarms should be changed every 10 years, and families should go over their evacuation plans. It's midterms here at NMU, and students are starting to feel the stress. The Student Psychological Association helped combat the stress by bringing in therapy dogs that students could play with. The dogs were in the Lydia M. Olson Library on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m., but if you missed the puppy love, don't worry. The dogs will be returning on Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., right back in the Lydia Olson Library.
Today is the last day you can register to vote for the upcoming election. If you have not yet registered, you can go online to www.michigan.gov/vote, or you can go to the local municipality to register. Marquette City staff are expecting a strong turnout for this year's election. City Clerk Chris Hazares says, quote, "I think from the rate of return and the interest in the absentee ballots, we're expecting a very busy election, and it's a good thing. It's your voice. It's the voice in government," end quote. The upcoming election is Tuesday, November 6th. And the Escanaba Area Public Schools EAPS is proposing a resolution to place a $1.8 million sinking fund on the November 6, 2018 ballot. If approved, it will be a 4-year millage. The EAPS says the money will be used on improving school security, technology, and repairs. For more information regarding the sinking fund, head to www.eskimos.com/parents/sinking.
Over 120,000 people have been ordered to clear out from the coast of Florida due to Hurricane Michael coming to play. Michael is ramping up in the Gulf of Mexico before it hits Florida with a speed of 110 miles per hour and waves of 12 feet. People who choose not to flee are boarding up their homes, gathering bags of sand, and weeks' worth of supplies. Michael may be 35 miles from edge to center and will probably cause a lot of damage. Israel has detained an American graduate student at the border for allegedly supporting a Palestine-led boycott against the Jewish state. The grassroots campaign is growing in popularity in recent years, specifically among university students. Laura Al-Quaizam, a 22-year-old U.S. student with Palestinian grandparents, was detained trying to enter the Israel border and barred from entering the country. Laura wants to appeal the ruling, and the Israeli court has said that she needs to remain detained while the appeal is going on. The week-long detention is the longest of any U.S. citizen, and there is no verdict in sight as of this time. And after the break, we'll be back with your national and international news. Stay tuned.
In the heart of Africa lie two of the world's most dangerous volcanoes. When will they erupt again? An international team of scientists plunges into the craters of these twin giants to learn their secrets, predict future eruptions, and save lives.
Avoid another disaster.
Volcano on Fire and Volcano on the Brink on Nova.
Wednesday at 9 p.m.
And welcome back. Yesterday, U.S. Interior Secretary Ryan Zink approved a 20-year ban on new mining claims in the mountains north of Yellowstone National Park. Zink's order will extend the life of an already existing ban that was imposed in 2016 under former President Barack Obama. The ban stops new claims for gold, silver, and other minerals on 47 square miles of public lands in the Paradise Valley and Gardner Basin. The former Montana congressman has gained lots of support from local businesses and residents who pushed for this ban after companies began drafting new mining plans in areas where wolves, elk, bears, and other wildlife frequently visit. And scientists are warning if drastic action isn't taken, climate change could reach crisis levels in about a decade. UN researchers warn extreme drought, wildfires, floods, and global food shortages are on tap if nothing is done. CBS's Tina Krause reports from London.
Climate scientists are issuing a final call to save the world from climate catastrophe.
Every bit of warming matters.
A landmark UN report says a global temperature rise of 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit is a threshold the planet cannot cross without seeing the worst effects of climate change. Scientists say if greenhouse gas emissions continue at the current rate, the atmosphere will hit a breaking point by 2040, inundating coastlines and intensifying droughts and food shortages.
There are signs that mitigation is going on, but if this is to be achieved, there's an urgent need to accelerate.
The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says nations need to boost the use of renewable energy like solar and wind power significantly in the next decade, and coal and gas plants must be equipped with cleaner technology.
Climate change is already affecting people, ecosystems, and livelihoods all around the world.
But experts are aware the political will to make tough choices to save the planet may not be there.
We've told you the scientific facts, the evidence, the costs. It is up to the governments now to decide what to do with it.
As part of the Paris Agreement on climate change, which the U.S. has pulled out of, countries have already committed to driving forward with renewable power and electric vehicles and phasing out polluting coal power. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
Advocates of taxing fossil fuels believe their position has strengthened due to a new report released on climate change and a scientist getting some Nobel Prizes. The scientists suggested that a carbon tax will cut down on pollution and prevent any more damage caused by greenhouse gases. A carbon tax is a tax imposed on people who burn coal, natural gas, or any other source that produces carbon dioxide. The proposed tax will make businesses pay for any damages caused to the environment by burning non-renewable energy sources. High-profile women in Iraq are backing down from public life after a string of killings in the country apparently targeting outspoken and westernized women. CBS's Tina Krause reports from London.
22-year-old Tara Fares was a social media sensation, the sixth most popular in Iraq. The former Miss Baghdad was shot dead last month while driving her Porsche in the capital. Iraqi officials blame an unnamed extremist group for killing the fashion blogger. Days earlier, in the southern city of Basra, human rights activist Sawad Al-Ali was gunned down. In August, 2 more women were killed, a renowned plastic surgeon and a beautician known as the Barbie of Iraq, who spoke about women changing their appearance to gain independence. Former Miss Iraq, Shaima Qasim, fears she's next and has reportedly moved to Jordan. The Instagram model posted this emotional video claiming successful women in her country are being slaughtered like chickens. The killings have sparked a rare public discussion about how far Iraqi women have come in the 15 years since the U.S. invasion. This Baghdad resident says some still want to keep women in a bottle, so they're trying to block any domain we can have a role in. Iraq's acting prime minister says the deaths are not random events and has pledged to hunt down the attackers. Tina Krause, CBS News.
Auction goers were startled Saturday as a just sold $1.4 million artwork went through a shredder. As the gavel slammed to sell the piece, Girl with Balloon by graffiti artist Banksy, a remote trigger activated a shredder that was secretly hidden in the frame. The artwork went halfway through the shredder before stopping and leaving only the top portion in one piece. This was the latest stunt by the artist known as Banksy, who is known for his pranks and stunts. The $1.4 million mark is a career high for Banksy and is 3 times higher than what was originally expected for the work. Because of the stunt, the art piece has potentially increased in value due to the unusual stunt and the nature of society today. And after the break, we'll be back with your weather and sports. Stay tuned.
on American Experience.
The circus was a giant juggernaut that was just almost impossible to keep going.
This idea of you can always get bigger, there's always more acts, it runs out of places to go.
The cinema and films were there every day.
Television had all the variety acts you could ever want to see in your living room.
It presents huge challenges. The conclusion of The Circus on American Experience.
Tonight at 9 on Public TV 13.
And welcome back. My name is Ross Ryan. I'm here with your weather today. Looking at our wonderful academic mall, it is looking quite wet and quite rainy out there today. Let's look at our current conditions. It's currently going to be with some light rain today, a high of 43 degrees, winds north at 14 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure of 30.03 and steady. Going on to later tonight, we're going to have some more rain with a low of 43 and our winds at northeast at 10 miles per hour. And then looking at tomorrow, we have even more rain with a high of 54 degrees and our winds at northeast at 10 miles per hour. Let's look across the UP, starting all the way here with Sault Ste. Marie at 57 and cloudy, going down to Manistique at 51 and cloudy, coming all the way here to Escanaba at 15 cloudy, and then coming all the way down here to Menominee at 15 cloudy. Let's look at the other half of our UP here, coming all the way to Iron Mountain at 48 and cloudy, going up to both Ironwood and Houghton, both at 43 and rainy, and of course come back to our wonderful Marquette, also at 43 and rainy. Let's look at our week ahead. On Thursday, we're going to have a high of 42 degrees, low of 32 degrees, and some rain. On Friday, we're going to have a high of 40 degrees, low of 30 degrees, and some clouds. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a high of 43, low of 35, and some more rain. Well, Grant, it looks like this week is going to be pretty wet and rainy, pretty bad for driving. But I hear you have some Formula One racers who are more concerned with other things than the weather.
That's right, Ross. F1 racer Lewis Hamilton says that his arch rival Sebastian Vettel deserves more respect after people criticizing him for losing the F1 championship over the last few weeks. Hamilton's fourth straight victory at the Japanese Grand Prix left Vettel 67 points adrift in the driver's standing. Vettel's sixth place position after an early accident with Max Verstappen left critics saying that he gift-wrapped the victory for Hamilton. On Instagram, Hamilton said that Vettel deserves more respect because doing what they do is not easy. Just a little over a year after the Little Caesars Arena has opened as a new arena for the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Red Wings, the brand new arena is going to have some more renovation work done. The $862 million facility is overhauling the seats where fans sit by replacing the 8,600 red seats with black ones. With less than stellar state of both teams in the last few years, those 18,000 red seats remained empty, which demoralized some of the players. The new seats won't increase attendance, but will draw attention away from the giant red hole in the stands. The NMU's men and women's swimming and diving teams pulled off a clean sweep against Findlay University over the weekend. The Wildcats teams participated in two meets, the first one at Findlay, Ohio on Friday, resulting in a Wildcat victory, and the second triple-duel meeting pinning the Wildcats against Findlay and the Bowling Green State. The Wildcats lost the second meeting against Bowling Green State, but won all the other meetings. Well, there's some stuff going on in the world, Jillian.
I know, especially with Banksy and the shredder. Like, who knew he would, put a shredder inside of a painting?
I know, and it's very interesting. But that's all the time we have for today. Have a wonderful day, and tune in next week.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by W.